Goat Squad TV, Goat Squid TV. Bo. What up? It's been a while. It's been a minute. I want to talk about WWE right now, especially with all the changes going on. I'm going to do a video on the new regime and the changes that have been made in a little while. But I want to give a certain women's wrestler her flowers in the WWE that I think is very deserving of her flowers. She's been there for a very long time now. She's won women's championships. She's had many different gimmicks, but her in-ring works improved so much, immensely. And that's not to say she was whack in the ring by any stretch of the imagination in the past, but her in-ring work has improved immensely. And I'm talking about Alexa Bliss. She needs to get her flowers right now. That she's really probably going to end up being in that tag tournament with Asuka, and they really could legitimately make the finals if not win the whole thing, in my opinion. Shouts to Asuka as well. But Alexa Bliss, to me, since she's been back, all right? Since she's been back, to me, she's been way more impressive in the ring in terms of in-ring work. And now that Triple H has took over on creative, you're seeing it even more. Now, it's only been 2 weeks of Triple H being on creative. But even before that, I noticed when she came back and she was just, the gimmicks were kind of stripped and she was just being her. Her in-ring work is stepped up. That match she had with Asuka before Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky interfered a couple weeks ago, that match was really good. It was really good. Not just because of Asuka, but Alexa Bliss did really well in that match. She's been doing very well in the ring ever since she's came back from the sabbatical, obviously, of not only dealing with injuries before all that, and then kind of shedding dark gimmick that she had when she was feeding off of Bray Wyatt. To me, this is probably the most complete she's ever been in the ring. She's about 30, 31 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So she's literally entering the prime of her in-ring work. She's reminding me a lot right now. I've been watching wrestling since '88, so she reminds me a lot of how Trish Stratus was those last 4 years of her career. If you strip gimmicks, we're not talking about gimmicks, right? We're not talking about the Attitude Era or anything, or like the Ruthless. We're just talking about strictly in ring. Trish Stratus matured a lot from 2002 to 2006 when she retired. If you remember, Trish was just a valet when she first came. Now, Alexa Bliss wasn't a valet. She's been wrestling. However, her in-ring work was good. It wasn't to the mature level that it is right now. I'm seeing things right now from Alexa Bliss that I didn't see before. You know what I mean? And it's even more beautiful because it's gimmick stripped right now, because it's more predicated on pro wrestling. Excuse me. I'm a little long-winded. Excuse me. But a little more predicated now that Triple H is in charge. It's more predicated on pro wrestling and less so much gimmicks. We're getting away from the sports entertainment stuff that Vince had pretty much been shoving down people's throats for so many years. So when you take, it's obviously going to be still gimmicks and still characters. However, when it's not so much based on that and more based on the in-ring work, you're going to see a lot of great wrestling. And shouts to Bianca Belair, Asuka, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, and Bayley. Shouts to them, because without them, obviously the program's not working to par. But with them there, and especially Bayley being probably at the very best of her heel work right now. I mean, she's at the very best of her heel work right now. This rivalry that's happening right now is probably the best thing happening right now for me, as far as I'm concerned so far. Obviously, Karrion Kross and Scarlett being back on Smackdown, which I'll do in another video later, is also very, very good. WWE going in a different direction right now and being more pro wrestling based is a much better look. Not to shit on what Vince has brought to the table. Vince, obviously he's Vince, you know what I mean? Without Vince, it's not on a national level. But when I put all that aside, seeing Alexa Bliss, you know, going on the run that she's on right now, she doesn't even need the belt. She could be a great tag team champion. She's already been tag champion before a couple times. But to be a great tag champion, or even be a women's champion towards the end before she hangs it up, I think it would be a very beautiful thing. If she sticks to being a babyface the way she's doing right now and just being more in-ring work savvy, I think it would be imperative for WWE to push her on a high level, because I'll tell you right now, to me, she's at the very best she's ever been in the ring. She's always been great. She's always been a really great promo. But to see what she's doing right now in the ring, yeah, that's very impressive. And I want to give her her flowers. I want to give Alexa Bliss her flowers. Shouts to Alexa Bliss. Gold Squad TV. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Be back with more videos later. Peace.